Did that one die now?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one will love you forever, though. Go
Is it
for
ready?
it. Yeah.
Okay. So hi, I'm Kat. This is the September 2013 video recap for Introduction to Fire Fans. The big thing is I'm not going to go over how to do a move. I'm just going to show you the move so that you can play with them at home, because a big factor is your grips on your fans. And so speaking of grips, this is the Russian grip. The ones that I use are Russian. They're, if you guys wanted to look up who I follow and who these are based on, it's Rem from Russia. If you look up REM as in like the band REM, Rem Fire Fans, he'll pop up. He does some tutorials and stuff. They're in Russian, but you can still get the general idea. The other grips are like the pistol grips and things like that of the Chaos fans and other ones. My fans were made by Jay Becker from Forged Creations. So if you look up the Forged Creations online, you can find them. I know a lot of you wanted to know where we found them. So the grips are all based on your individual tape likings. Never buy fans online that you have never picked up, because the grip and the weight is going to be different on every set of fans. For the second thing I pushed is, if any of you, in case you didn't listen and you ended up with, either wear gloves when you're first learning, or wear electrical tape or band-aids inside your hands, just because it will rip up your hands at first when you're first learning how to do fans. And yes, calluses are great, but if you're at a big festival like this, or you're doing a lot of practicing, a blister means you now can't practice for a little while. So it's kind of up to you. I wear Kevlar gloves. Again, I wear sleeves to here so that when I'm doing folds like this, I'm not burning my arm. The big factor is never, ever, ever wear gloves that are not 100% natural, because you have now just burned your hand, essentially. You have now welded fake fabric to your hand. So bad. Fans are a lot of fun. They're a lot of flame. So when you go up there, they're pretty huge, but they're really fun. Or tricks. The first thing I taught was how to do things on the planes. This is wall plane. So doing basic spins on a wall plane. Doing wheel plane, which is a plane. I go into 201 a little more. It's a plane that gets ignored a lot in fans, and it's a section that you actually do need. In my grips, I just put my hand straight out. With you guys, you're going to be kind of sticking 1 or 2 fingers out. Practice thumbs on the sides as well. It helps. So yeah, getting used to planes, and then side. With spins, practice stopping and starting, which a lot of you found out in my 201 why. But being able to do this, and do this, and stop wherever you want is really important with fans, because you want to be able to stop wherever you want. So even just basic spinning is stopping. And then there's same time spins versus split time spins. So it's literally just opposite timing. So where one's going, the other's going the opposite. Spins are important with a lot of tech moves, but a lot of people, some people don't like the spins as much. But I wanted to go over spins at the beginning just to get it over with, so everybody got kind of some of the spinning out. After that, I went over basic, let's see, one of the other things I did was basic linear wick isolation, which is where you line, and all I did was straight up so that you guys could practice in the 101 class. But you take your wicks and you actually just line them up as an isolation. So you go all the way up and all the way down. And this they go into more in 101, but that's the beginning of isolation. The biggest thing, you want them clean. You want them lined all the way up, and I cannot stress this enough, watch in a mirror, because you have no idea if your planes are right unless you look in a mirror. The next thing we went over was weaves, is how to do basic weaves with fans. The weave from the side is this. It's where if you watch the black end of my fan, it just does this.
Yeah, there you go.
It should feel really awkward. And remember my rule with fans, if it's not awkward, it's not right. So it should feel really awkward at first. Basic weaves in front are like this. And same thing, remember, always do it with your non-dominant hand as well. And then when you want to do together, 1-beat weaves are where you do them at the same time. 2-beat weaves are the exact same thing on split time. So it's essentially always one hand coming over the top. So weaves are really cool. They look really cool in fans. Definitely do them up and down. You know, do them over the top of your head. Do them low down. They look really pretty in fans. Let's see. Another one we did that we spent a lot of time on. I think the majority of the time on was reels. I'll go over reels now and then I'll do poses for the last part. Reels are where it's like it's a weave on the side of your body. So it's this on the side of your body. Remember, backwards should go really weird because you have to throw your arm out. And remember that they start here. You can do them up here. You can do them low. And then always remember you can go backwards, which is really tricky, but you need to practice because it looks really cool eventually. Reels themselves, the biggest thing, look in a mirror because this position behind your head is the world's most awkward position to get it correctly behind your head where it's supposed to sit. Most people end up like this. So when you're doing them, you want to actually be in like this position. So look in a mirror, please look in a mirror for these to practice how to do reels. But when you start doing reels and then you do them split time, it can look really cool. One of the things we taught in 101 was also these, which is, we call them stacking, but I'm not sure what the actual name is, but is where you do these. These are thumb spin. This is why on a regular grip, you really want to start learning how to do thumb spins on fans. You need to be able to use your thumb. Because same thing, if you're doing a 3-beat, sometimes you have to be able to do a thumb spin to do a 3-beat. So please practice now in beginner to use your thumb. The last spinning move before I do poses was we did basic buzzsaw, which was this. So all you do is you spin it inside. And remember, the trick is don't go like this with your arm. Keep your arm completely locked and move your shoulder. And it'll go much straighter. If you are doing chaos fans and small fans like that, I highly suggest that you use your thumb. It is much easier to do buzzsaws with thumbs. So you do one way, and then practice going in the other direction. And just practice and practice, and you'll get sturdier and sturdier. Remember, it's never going to hit your face. It's pretty far. It's going to hit the inside of your arm. So you want to practice arms or by sleeves, just if it makes you more comfortable. And then when you get into buzzsaws later, you can do two at the same time. You can do opposite directions. Remember what I said, if you kneel down and do them, the crowd loves them. They're a very easy move that the crowd goes fanatical over, so I highly suggest doing them. The last thing I taught in beginner and intro was we went over the poses, some poses. The upside of when you first light your fans, they're really epically huge. There's a lot of big flame that comes to about here. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of the crowd and really locking eyes and doing cool poses. One of the ones we went over was crown pose, which is this. Which is you cross one arm over the other and you hold it right above your head. This can look awesome no matter guy, girl, big, small, no matter what you are, this looks awesome. It's just a huge amount of flame. The move that comes with this is we call them up downs, are where you come to the middle and then you flip. So you come to the middle and then you go up. So the way that you do this is you take your right hand and flip it down, your left hand and flip it down to here, and then you flip it all the way over to go under. So they're called flip downs or up downs. And then you can do things like where you go from this, you can like move out and go back to that pose, move out and go back to that pose. This is a good solid pose too if you're tired. If you need a break, this is a good pose. The other one we did was archer, because again it looks really cool, is where you do like this and you come out like that. If you are more flexible than I am and you can crouch down like that, it looks really cool. So doing something like that looks awesome for the crowd. But it's pretty much any kind of posing with your fans looks very, very cool. So remember with fans, it's infinite, it's moving on, there's lots of new things. That's just intro, there's a whole lot more to it. However, go play, find spin jams, find your fans that you like before you buy some. Perfect, have fun.
Yay.